Boy, you know this ass super fat. Bow, bow, bow. Fuck him in the back. Call him intact. Bow, bow, bow. Look in the back. And he's on me. The only people I is people in harmony. Yeah. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. Welcome back to Asian Girl Podcast, guys. We have some shit to talk about today.
Yeah, guys.
We're back.
I'm Malcheska.
I'm Clarence Angelo, and you're watching
Asian Glow Podcast. Boo.
Okay, shall we?
We shall.
Boom.
Clinkety, clinkety, clink.
I think that's good. Shoes off, hoods on, sunglasses, Gentle Monster sunglasses
shoes
on.
Off, hoods on, tennis rackets at the ready, balls on the court.
First of all, wait, before we get fucking started,
Okay.
Saw you guys at K-pop night. What the fuck? Why did some of you guys say you make such a safe space for queer K-pop fans? I was like, I don't think we've ever like explicitly said that, but thanks.
You make such a home for
Gay people.
Queer people.
Hey, gay. This is what they said. Hi, gay.
Gay.
You make me feel safe, gay.
You make me feel special,
Mean you
gay.
shirtless.
Did you see that? You make me feel special, gay.
You make me feel special, gay. Also, on just checking everything off, we started going live now.
Yeah, I'm going live tonight.
Join the Discord. Shout out to Alcheska and her lesbian partner. It's because this bitch always calls her boyfriend her partner. And whenever
I'm trying to be inclusive. If we're a safe space for queer individuals, then I need to be inclusive.
Okay, what you're every time she
Okay.
said partner, the comments are like partner. So the Discord link, if you want to join us, in the
It's
description.
right here, boobity boobity boo.
Yes, we'll put a QR code right on my tits.
No, put it on the what?
Yeah, now you can't escape this, huh? Okay, enough yapping. Time to yap.
Yeah, yap. Session 1 done.
This is how I think this trailer is gonna start.
No.
Boom.
Popular.
Are people born wicked?
Wicked.
Yes!
You're green.
Green.
Oh! Help me, God.
You can room the
Popular. I know about. I do not. I was promised.
Girl.
private suite.
Oh!
Come on.
My God.
on.
Oh my
Come
God.
on.
Since when could Ariana bend like that?
Let's
ask.
Ah!
Come with me. What?
Oh my God, this.
Why couldn't possibly? This is your moment. I'm coming.
I love her. I love her. Oh, 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 oh. You're telling. Fuck you, Ariana
Can you,
Grande.
what? We have still
Fuck
so much to go.
you. Ah, Jimin and Serendipity. That is literally Jimin and Serendipity.
Be afraid of me.
Period. I'm so sorry. I cannot wait.
Shut
that long.
up. No one fucking talked to me.
I'm buying tickets as soon as it drops.
No, actually. Hey, who's Glinda and who's the Wicked Witch?
And who's the ugly ass monkey? You're so stupid.
Who's Glinda?
Who's Glinda?
Okay.
Okay.
Confession.
Let's talk about it.
I've
What?
never seen Wicked.
I've seen Wicked.
So I actually have no idea what it's about.
Are you serious?
I that's why I really enjoyed the trailer because it was so long.
Yeah.
But it's still, I don't really know what it is. But it still made so much sense. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The trailers that are like, here's the intro, the
Yeah.
conflict, and here's the resolution.
Yeah.
That sucks. Like, where's the edging?
Literally, what the fuck? Anyway, I watched Wicked when I was 13 years old. I watched it with my siblings and I cried really, really hard. Have you seen that TikTok of the current Wicked Broadway cast watching it?
Oh no.
Oh my god, it made me cry.
Were they like excited?
They were excited, but like they were crying too because it's like no one like there hasn't been like a Wicked movie adaptation, and so imagining their shoes like being on stage and actually seeing what the actual like
No, and
play or like
exactly. I
setting's
can't
supposed to look
imagine
like.
you know how it's just like, okay, first of all, my review of this is fucking I love Ariana Grande.
Yeah,
That's
period.
literally all I have. I fucking love
my
Ariana
review
Grande.
is I love Cynthia Erivo. That's
And-
mom for me. Thank you.
And like you said, the Broadway cast watching it, I feel like that's like they probably reached their dream role.
Yeah.
You know, and Ariana has reached her dream role.
Yeah.
So it's probably like, oh my gosh, like I see you, I feel you. Just from the trailer, you could tell that there are like allusions to skin color, like just judging people by solely that, right?
For sure. Like just discriminatory
And
stuff.
and just general like being kind, like is very much like that, yeah. And it coming out on Thanksgiving.
I know. I think that was so intentional.
I joke around about like, bitch, that's gonna take fucking forever. But like seriously, besides Thanksgiving being literal murder, I thought it was very intentional.
I think so too.
Yeah, and
Clocked you, bitch. The Pilgrims.
I mean, the movie, from what it seems, will be tapping into the goodness in all of us and the bad stuff being built up by society. Like the literal first line, "No one's born wicked."
Yeah.
Right? Which I was like, oh shit, is
That's
that
crazy,
the concept
right?
of wicked? Like, the concept is like, we are born with inherent goodness.
Yeah.
And then it is like our decision to maintain
Yeah.
that.
Or it's like no one is born wicked, but with certain impressions or opinions or like literally like people being racist,
Yeah.
they deem you as wicked.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah,
I think
I saw
it was
that- I
such
saw
a
it-
good like move to have it released on Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving. Out of like, on almost, in the US specifically, not all, but many cultures will hold on to in some way. They will
Yeah.
call it Indigenous Peoples Day. You know, they will call it Thanksgiving. It's a day where, as a country, we must just be in the present and just
Yeah.
reflect on the shit we have, you know?
Yeah.
And this movie is literally like the cherry on top of like, hey, bitch, don't you fucking forget that we need to be grateful for shit that maybe you don't like.
Yeah.
Shit that we need to be grateful for everyone, not just your little fucking circle, not just your little, you know, privileged little circle. We need to be grateful for everyone because everyone has some sort of impact on the country, right?
Yeah.
So I really I love that it's coming out on Thanksgiving. It's gonna be a family time. People are gonna watch it in theaters together. I love coming out of a movie theater and feeling like you're like closer to the people that you watched it with.
I love that too.
That is my fucking favorite thing about film.
Me too. Yeah, do you see
Yeah.
that fucking like CGI? Like just the world of Wicked must have been so difficult to even dream up because even like just as a musical, it's hard. Like I remember when I was 13 walking into I was like, this is literally a whole new world. Like the whole stage was just different.
It's
and
so
trying
immersive.
to translate that into a whole universe that they're supposed to live in, I was like, that's why this trailer or this movie meant so much to so many people because the musical's old.
Yeah, it's
And,
old.
like-
I've heard the song since the movie since it was coming out.
Yeah, right.
You know, I literally remember being in San Francisco and me and my mom were like kind of more like dirt poor. My mom was being like, one day we're gonna watch Wicked. Like one day we're gonna watch Wicked. I do think, you know, like the second movie curse. You know, like to make the second movie for something is always like harder.
Yeah.
There's only a few movies that have the second movie has been good. Imagine following The Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Like
God.
that's fucking like,
I
imagine someone
know.
says you have to make the second Wizard of Oz. It's not the second Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
But like
it's
that's
related
a
to
pressure
it.
that like I don't even know what other movie has that pressure to have
Yeah.
that second, you know.
True.
But I'm happy it took so long to make. Am I
It
an
will be
impatient
so
little
worth
Gen Z
it.
bitch that wants like instant
Instant
gratification?
gratification.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And I'm
But-
an Ariana Grande fan, so I'm like, I just need anything that she comes out with. I'll fucking
But
eat
it will
and
be
munch.
so worth it.
It'll be so worth it.
I wonder if like the movie runtime is the same as the musical runtime because I remember it was so long.
I hope
Girl,
it's
that's
long,
why I'm like,
honestly.
yeah, I'm like, are we gonna take an intermission?
Did you know intermissions in movie theaters exist in Europe?
Really?
The movie just stops. And it's
Really?
like, get up, stretch your legs, go pee,
Oh,
get
that's
popcorn.
nice.
I feel like that's a good business move.
Yeah,
And it's a good, like
mental health.
Yeah.
Or just like get up, stretch your legs.
Yeah.
Go piss.
That would be so funny if it was in the middle of like the most fucking awful scene to do it. You're gonna. And then
everyone we're gonna take a 15-minute intermission.
Yeah, the fucking movie theater worker. Hey guys, vibes are like kind of tough in here. Can we like just take a little
like I'm having
break?
sex in the bag. Stop. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna turn the lights on.
Like, let's fucking
All right,
chill
get
real
your
quick.
pants on, please.
Spoiler alert, probably will get stabbed. The person will get stabbed. But go ahead and just like pee.
Speaking of needing to pee during a movie, I needed to pee so bad when I watched Challengers last week.
I said, I don't care if it's for the podcast. You need to do this for your fucking life. You need to watch this movie.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's actually talk about it.
Let me just tell you, bitch.
What?
I was going into this movie. Okay, spoiler alert. Skip to this number.
If you haven't seen Challengers.
If you're gonna watch it, I recommend watching it.
I also recommend watching it.
So just as a refresher.
Yeah. For a rundown for everyone who's staying and hasn't seen it.
Yes. The movie follows 3 tennis athletes in different time periods of their like career, right? Mm-hmm. When they were getting into the tennis scene, when they were already kind of in it, and then when they're already successful.
Yeah. So I think timeline is like when you're in college and then also when they're in their 30s.
Yeah. But the entire movie is just one tennis match.
Yep.
It's literally one tennis match, but in the middle of each rally comes a scene where it shows the history of what's happening, what's really happening between these two players.
Oh,
damn!
That's crazy!
The 2 people that are going against each other are characters Art and Patrick. And then there's this girl, Zendaya, plays a character called Tashi.
Beautiful name.
She is kind of like a part of all of this. She's like a puppet master throughout this whole thing. Yeah. Art, I'm just gonna say this super fucking fast. Art is a super famous tennis player who's having trouble to getting his mojo back. He's already like successful, but Art,
he's like super rich. He married Tashi.
Art and Patrick grew up at the same tennis training place. Art is a success. Patrick kind of flopped a little bit.
Yeah, he did flop.
Yeah. So that you could already kind of tell where the tension's coming from. Someone's successful, someone isn't, but they grew up together.
Specifically, they were duos.
And they both are extremely attracted to Zendaya.
I mean, who wouldn't
They being us.
Yeah.
And also Art and Patrick.
Who's our Tashi? Yeonjun.
Tadashi. I said, this movie is so camp. From the get-go, we have a cunty-ass zoom-in on Zendaya.
That was crazy.
In the middle of the tennis court. Mm-hmm. Immediately establishing this movie as something that is going to be ... fucking ... iconic. That's what I wrote down.
I love the little zoom in because like there's so many people, so much is going on in the tennis tournament, but she's always gonna be the focal point. Are you stupid?
And she's giving like Hampton's realness.
I know. Whatever she was wearing, the sunglasses, the short hair. Come on,
Zendaya, you piss me off.
I know.
Fucking get your hand off my neck, you dumb bug. Keep it there. This movie, I thought was like so camp. Like it was like the whole concept was camp.
I thought it was too.
I said it being camp is so good and intentional because when you're in love with a sport or when you're when you're just obsessed with your activity, I could relate in ways when I do dance. I'm like, oh my god, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah.
It literally, that at its core, step a fucking away from like how much you love the sport, how much you love all this stuff. It's so silly. Like
it is.
You're
it
just
can
human.
be a little bit silly.
You're just like, I just love this shit so much, and I'm gonna literally express myself. We put our whole hearts into what we're passionate about.
Yeah.
Because it's like an extension of who we are. You know what I'm saying? And that's camp.
Exactly.
So the movie being camp, I was like, I get it. It's camp because the actual action of loving your shit and loving your sport and loving your craft is camp itself.
That's why I think like some people were like, oh, it's just a stupid movie about tennis, which I'm like, okay, I get that it's just about tennis, but guys, tennis is actually really intense and really scary.
What do we deuce?
I literally douche.
Me after watching the movie, love
all
15 all.
But
this is us trying to get into the country club. What's your membership here? 15 all
40-30. Thank you.
Love Zendaya challengers. I'm here for the challenger match.
Yeah, I'm in the Stanford Art Tennis Club with arts.
Prove to me that you play tennis. Ooh.
Yeah, prove to me.
Anyway,
people take tennis extremely seriously. Like,
yeah, girl.
it's actually crazy.
If you went to an Asian high school, or even if you didn't, why was the entire
stand
tennis
up,
team
stand up.
Vietnamese?
Stop, guys. I was on the tennis team. Okay, granted, I'm not coming at this with some like professional expertise. Okay, I was on the tennis team for 1 year, which was my freshman year, and I just needed to get the sport credit done. Okay,
then.
But watching the people that actually took tennis so seriously, that were like number 1 or number 2 spot, I was like, oh, this movie meant a lot to them.
Now I wrote down scenes that gagged me. Mine was the churro scene.
You guys are so annoying. I log onto Twitter and immediately it's like 3 gifs or like gifs of that churro scene. And I remember the tension in the movie theater, like where I was sitting between me and all the little couples that were like surrounding me, was so annoying.
I said, I'm gonna need a churro stat
right now.
Stat.
Mine was obviously the one where they were making out.
Oh yeah, on the bed.
Wait, specifically the part where Art stands up and Patrick hits his
His
that
shalong.
was
Yeah.
crazy.
Hits his racket.
That was
Yeah. When he loved.
Another scene that gags me a little bit, or a line, was, unfortunately my only skill in life is hitting a ball with a racket, because that made me a little sad, because that was after she like couldn't play anymore.
Yeah, she injured her knee.
And I was like, dang, this girl,
that
like,
knee scene.
oh my god, I hated it so. It reminded me of that. What was it?
The basketball.
Yes. Oh god, that
When
was
his knee
terrible.
just fucking came out. Oh my god,
Yes.
that was insane.
I remember everyone in the theater went, oh.
I literally went, oh, oh.
Me eating my little popcorn, I went.
The last scene that fucking gagged me.
Okay, what?
So they basically right before this final match,
I was gonna say this.
Art, the rich guy who's with Zendaya in the end,
Who's married with Zendaya,
He
who
was
has a
like-
child with Zendaya.
he was like, if I lose to Patrick tomorrow, like, what's gonna happen? And Zendaya literally just goes, if you lose to him, then we're over.
No, she was like, if you lose, I'm leaving you.
I literally,
And then
my
the-
jaw dropped.
What's crazy is he didn't even say anything because he knew she was gonna say that. He knew. And then what did they do? Start making out.
He was like, okay, if I get one night left, I'm gonna
That whole one shot is crazy because she said that, they started making out, and then the whole emotion of him being like, oh, we're gonna fuck, but then he's like, oh no, she's gonna leave me. I can't.
And that
I
night,
can't have
she
sex.
literally goes
She
to
left!
sleep with the guy,
Oh my god.
with Patrick.
The scene that gagged me was when he dropped her off. She went into their room and he wasn't there, and then everyone was like, period. In my mind, I was like, period. He knows that she left him to go fuck Patrick. Like,
Yeah.
he packed his shit. He's done. Then she goes to check on their kid's room and he's sleeping
With the kid.
their kid. Zendaya, that's so vile. Tashi
That's
Duncan,
crazy.
fuck you, Tashi Duncan,
No,
because
that
that was
was
actually
wild.
disheartening, gut wrenching.
Yeah.
Another moment where I was,
Last thing.
Yeah.
What did you think about the ending?
it pissed me off.
Wait, 8.
No, it pissed me off because
She won.
no. No, love the ending. But what pissed me off is that it took so damn long.
The whole time I was like, how is this gonna end? Like,
You really didn't know?
no, I literally was like, she wins in every situation except for one,
Yeah.
and that's if she leaves her family.
I
It would
get
be
it.
so fucked at the end of the movie if she leaves her family. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know if they'll end with that statement. And then she ended up winning
Yeah.
because essentially Patrick and Art like just hug it out. She wins in the end because,
Yeah.
like I said, all she wanted to have was a good tennis match, and she got a really good tennis match, and
Yeah.
that's literally when the movie ends.
Yeah.
And I said,
That was crazy.
I said, fucking give me back my hair. Give me back
He
my
was
hair.
wigged, like, in real time.
I looked like fucking VeggieTales.
What?
I was plucked, bitch.
Ew.
So anyways,
I thought it was slay.
follow me on Letterboxd. I put my review on it. I gave it literally 5 stars out of 5 stars.
period.
It was so good.
Yeah. Now, what's on my For You page? Let me show you.
My For You page is fucking awful.
That's crazy! The churro scene.
The urge I have after that movie to go to a Ivy League school. This would be my Stanford essay if I was going to college today.
Sure. What?
I would be like, in the 2024 hit movie Challengers, I saw Zendaya get absolutely railed in the dorms of Stanford University. And speaking of rail, I would absolutely rail the academic curriculum at Stanford University.
Wait, what is when you hit a tennis racket? What sound are you making?
What sound do your racket make?
What does your racket sound like?
What's your racket sound like? Okay, if I was a tennis girl,
Yeah.
if
If
I was
you
a tennis
were
girl,
a tennis
shut
girl,
up.
this needs to be the next dress to
No.
impress.
If I was a tennis girl, and my opponent was hot,
Oh my god.
my grunts would be like,
What? Daddy? I would. Oh my god.
the whole time. I'd be like, he hit the ball super fast. I'd be like, oh, I missed.
You would catch me pulling that Tashi knee move every time just to fall down so you could pick me up.
I dislocate all my bones. I'm on the ground.
Oh no, I'm on the ground.
Me falling on the ground.
He starts hitting me with a
Gah.
racket.
God. me breaking my knee.
Bah!
This movie where they go to Stanford. This is gonna be. Hey, bear with me. This is gonna be the worst segue you've ever fucking heard.
Mm-hmm.
We talked about Challengers, which is located in San Jose, which is right by Stanford, which is where they went to school. And now I know a lot of you guys went to school. As in, you just recently went to school because you just graduated. In past like Q&As where we've asked, a lot of people have asked like for tips on post-graduation. All advice is situational, pero like we thought the best way to answer like, so you graduated, like now what, is not necessarily like what is this one piece of advice that's gonna work for everyone.
Yeah.
I think it would just be good for us to share maybe like the 3 biggest, I don't know, life lessons we've learned since graduating college. And you guys can choose a la carte, dim sum style, which one you want to take as your own personal life advice, because all of us come from different backgrounds.
How did you feel when you graduated? Because
Yeah.
I have a feeling.
When you now that you've graduated, you're probably like on this high, you know?
yes,
like you're on
it's so fun to be graduated.
And
Seriously.
I'm saying this not in a way to diminish it, girl. When you graduate, pat on the back, spank on the ass,
Congratulations!
back
It's
shots.
a really, really big accomplishment.
And then just as like a reality, not check, but like just after you graduate, there's a point, and a lot of people who graduated will probably resonate with this, where like reality does kind of hit you a little bit harder, you know?
Yeah.
Where maybe you're like, shit, now I have to actually figure out what to do other than take classes, you know?
I know. I remember when I graduated, I was so like, you know, on a high. I was like so elated to be graduated. I was like, I fucking did it. I'm on top of the world. But then there's always like, it's not a bad feeling. It's maybe like unsettling to be like, oh no, then I have to face all of these problems.
Yeah. So I'm just going to go on my first of the biggest life lessons I've learned since. I said, money is actually very, 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 very important. And that's a harsh reality you have to come to. But money
sucks.
is very important.
Yeah.
Especially if you are a first-gen kid. You really kind of are on your own. These things that you see on social media, like a nice apartment and like people are shopping at grocery stores, bringing all this stuff in that's like really fun. It actually costs a lot of money.
More than you would think.
Yeah, you need a lot of money for those things. If you are going to spend money on more of experiences and significantly less on like material things, at least like in your early to mid 20s.
Yeah.
This is situational because if you have to like literally move to your place, then like you're gonna have to do it, like,
Yeah.
and you're gonna not maybe spend on experiences. But this doesn't have to be experiences like traveling. This could be experiences like, I'm gonna go bowling with friends.
Yeah.
You know, on the topic of the travel thing, you'll never have a summer break again
True.
unless you quit your job or something. But yeah,
Period.
just noting that. That's my first thing.
It might be situational, like specifically for me, but I remember when I first graduated, it was really hard for me to sort of grasp the idea that my parents are also human. So that's my first piece, is like, always remember that your parents are human. Who do I turn to? Me, or like many other like kids, who do I turn to for advice? It's like, oh, my parents. And while they have like they have a lot of experience about what to do after graduation in terms of career and things like that, like they're also just trying to figure it out too.
Yeah. You're now in kind of the same reality that your parents are in.
Yeah, for sure.
I will say this is very first gen thing. Like our parents are still also figuring it out. This is like their one life too.
It's just important to be kind.
My second one is I said, be fully okay with some of your college friends no longer staying in your life. People are going to move to different cities because of different offers, but it's the ones that you don't need to keep up with every day that when you do meet, it's like the conversation between you and them never ended. Those are your homies. And my mom, she's like, that's literally how it is with my friends. Like, even to this day, my mom's like,
the friends that she's hanging out with right now.
Yeah.
Aww,
like she's
cute.
like, it's like nothing ever ended. That being said, the relationship you have with yourself is so incredibly important. You need to be able to spend time alone and be independent and be totally confident and okay with spending time with yourself. Like this bitch went to watch the movie by herself.
Which I was like,
Slay.
well, it's kind of fun.
Yeah. And it's honestly really not that hard.
Yeah.
It's just really your attitude going into it. So yeah,
for sure.
That's my only thing.
For sure. That's a good one. Okay, mine is that there will be really hard days. That's a terrible way to go into it. But I said, I thought that when I graduated, all my problems would be solved because, like, yes, girl, I got a degree, like, I did it. But there will continue to be problems. Honestly, even bigger and harder problems. Like, that's just reality. It's incredibly important to celebrate yourself and to surround yourself with the people and things that bring you some ease. So continue to keep up with your hobbies, cook food that you love, text and FaceTime the people that make you happy, and just like, even if it's like a small thing, like going to the movies by yourself, like there will always be things that you can do for yourself to make your life easier, just happier after you graduate. Yeah. Because there's definitely mundane days.
Yeah, you don't realize in college how many unexpected happy things come in your day. Like, like I'm sure you can relate and people can relate. There's like, yes, we complain about going to classes, but there are some classes that you leave and you're like, wow, that was actually really fun and interesting.
Yeah.
And
or there's like always something to do on campus.
Yeah. And so those things come as a surprise, but they are because you are out and about. So like, because you no longer have classes and stuff when you graduate, you have to actively make the decision to be out and about.
Yeah.
Are you going to have those phenomenal moments all the time? Probably not. But you just want to increase your chances of having something fun happen in your day. And you can't do that just by being at home all the time.
True.
Yeah. My last one is, in corporate America and as an adult, your problems are no longer under the umbrella of college problems or university problems. Like, they are just literally real world problems. But because you're no longer in this, like, little community, this dystopian community of university, you kind of feel like your problems are solely unique to yourself now because you are on your own and that no one else can understand it. But a really good perspective to have on that is, yes, you're no longer in your university and people can't always relate to you, but you're a part of this like bigger university now of like the real world where there's a lot of adults that are experiencing the same problems as you. So I promise you people do, and if anything, more people understand your problems because the real world is bigger than your college campus. This being said though, I said it is now your responsibility that when you do have a bad day, like something happens in the real world, you cannot take it out on the world. Like, you should not take it out on the world. That could be, for example, you have a bad work day and now you're rage driving home. This could be you have a bad day and now you're kind of like you're at the grocery store not giving people the best looks, or you're kind of walking in, you know. It is now actively, as an adult, your decision to be patient and kind. A lot of people will be doing this, like they take it out on the world when they have a bad work day. If 1 million people are doing that, at least be like the one person that isn't. Yeah. Because the one person that isn't doing that will help make that 1 million people go down. I promise it happens all the time. And you'll meet a bunch of your friends, a bunch of these people in the world that will choose to not choose patience and kindness. And I promise you, it is like not the way to go. Yeah. You'll age uglier. You'll age faster. And also at your core, you just like won't feel like a good human being. And that's like at all of the career shit aside, you just want to feel like a good human being.
Period. Yeah. I love that. My last one is, even though you graduated from college and you're probably like, no more class, no more like education. Don't think like that. Always continue to learn. I think it's very relevant in today's political and social climate that there are so many opinions and sides that contradict one another. So it's important that you keep up with social justice issues, politics, even like as simple as making sure you're registered to vote, because it's like your community. So while there's many difficulties that you may face out of graduation, like finding a job, applying to grad school, etc., there will always be room to be empathetic and be a human being.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I was like related.
Yeah,
to each
pretty
other.
similar. Yours is from the aspect of learning. I guess all that, I know that was kind of more serious. Congratulations if you
You
graduated.
did it, baby girl!
Yeah.
We are so proud of you.
Yeah.
In the Discord, we see so many people being like,
gradu-
I graduated. I think
Yeah.
there was literally one person that was like, guys, I'm at my graduation.
But at the same time, if you like didn't go to school, or if you didn't go to college or graduate, girl, there's so many of us that got a degree and are not even using that degree.
Yeah, I'm not.
I feel like that's actually a lot of us.
Which
So
is like
your
kinda
journey
slay.
is your journey, bitch.
Yeah, exactly.
Congratulations on making it, bitch. Your success is fully driven by yourself. So we wanted to just end with that for this episode because we were like,
It's grad season.
it's therapy
final
season right now. We need to,
Yeah.
it's about to be summer. We want us to start on the right foot. And I feel like we want to just congratulate everyone. I think that's all we got, girl.
Slay, girl.
For today's episode, watch our little stream. We play Fortnite and Roblox. Okay, we're gonna say bye like we normally do in our respective language. Isa, Dalawa, Tatlo, Inga.
I was yours for the taking. Guess I needed a home.
Oh my god, he's rich. Miami